Baklava is a rich, sweet pastry made of layers of filo filled with chopped nuts and sweetened and held together with syrup or honey. It is characteristic of the cuisines of the former Ottoman Empire, but is also found in Central and Southwest Asia. Name: the word baklava is first attested in English in 1650, a borrowing from Ottoman Turkish ol section. The name baklava is used in many languages with minor phonetic and spelling variations. The origin of the name is disputed. The Turkish etymologist Savan Nisanyan claims an Old Turkish origin. Bell argues that the word baklava may come from the Mongolian root bākləvəः to tie, wrap up, pile up, composed with the Turkic verbal ending v. Bākləvəः itself in Mongolian is a Turkic loanword. Though the suffix var might suggest a Persian origin, the baklava part does not appear to be Persian. Another form of the word is also recorded in Persian, ol section. The Arabic name is doubtless a borrowing from Turkish, though a folk etymology, unsupported by Weir's dictionary, connects it to Arabic omuo copyright bean. History. Although the history of baklava is not well documented, there is evidence that its current form was developed in the imperial kitchens of the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul based on a Central Asian Turkic tradition of layered breads. The Sultan presented trays of baklava to the Janissaries every 15th of the month of Ramadan in a ceremonial procession called the baklava layer. The tradition of layered breads by Turkic peoples in Central Asia suggests the missing link between the Central Asian folded or layered breads and modern phyllo-based pastries like baklava would be the Azerbaijani dish baklava, which involves layers of dough and nuts. The Uzbek baklava, puskal or yudka, and tatar yoka, sweet and salty savories prepared with 10–12 layers of dough, are other early examples of layered dough style in Turkic regions. The practice of stretching raw dough into paper-thin sheets probably evolved in the kitchens of the Topkapi Palace, based on Central Asian prototypes. One of the oldest known recipes for a sort of proto-baklava is ɓɑːkləvəः section, also found in Turkish cuisine. It consists of layers of filo dough that are put one by one in warmed-up milk with sugar. It is served with walnut and fresh pomegranate and generally eaten during Ramadan. The first known documentation of ɓɑːkləvəः section is in a food and health manual written in 1330 that documented primarily Mongol Turkic foods called Ancient Sengyao, which was written by Hüseyin who was a Turkic physician to the Mongol court of the Yuan dynasty. It is often claimed that baklava-like dishes come from ancient Greek cuisine and Byzantine cuisine. Indeed, nut and honey-based sweets were popular ancient desserts. However, there is no evidence for the flaky pastry. Byzantine scholar Spiros Vrianis describes koptoplakos as a Byzantine favorite, and the same as the Turkish baklava, referring ultimately to Book 14 of the Dina Sophistae, as do some other writers. There are also similarities between baklava and the ancient Greek gastris, kopts sesames, and kopton. It is said that al-Baghdadi describes something similar to baklava in his 13th century cookbook. However, Claudia Rodin finds no evidence for it in Arab or even medieval Persian sources and suggests it arrived in the region during the Ottoman period. Preparation: baklava is normally prepared in large pans. Many layers of filo dough, separated with melted butter, are laid in the pan. A layer of chopped nuts typically walnuts or pistachios, but hazelnuts are also sometimes used. Is placed on top, then more layers of filo. Most recipes have multiple layers of filo and nuts, though some have only top and bottom pastry. Before baking, the dough is cut into regular pieces, often parallelograms, triangles, or rectangles. A syrup, which may include honey, rose water, or orange flower water, is poured over the cooked baklava and allowed to soak in. Baklava is usually served at room temperature, often garnished with ground nuts. Regional variations: in Turkey, baklava traditionally is made by filling between the layers of dough with pistachios, walnuts, almonds, or a special preparation called kaymak. In the Black Sea region, hazelnuts are commonly used as a filling for baklava. The city of Gaziantep in southeast Turkey is famous for its pistachio baklava and regarded there as its native city. though it only appears to have been introduced to Gatesland from Damascus in 1871. In 2008, the Turkish Patent Office registered a geographical indication for ʻbɑːkləvɑː, and in 2013, ʻbɑːkləvɑː plus or minus or Gatesland ʻbɑːkləvɑː plus or minus was registered as a protected geographical indication by the European Commission. In many parts of Turkey, baklava is often topped with kaymak or, in the summer, ice cream. In Greece, baklava is supposed to be made with 33 dough layers, referring to the years of Christ's life. In Albania, the dough may include egg yolks, and the filling uses walnuts. In Bulgaria, Serbia and Macedonia, baklava is made with walnuts and sugar syrup. In the Balkans, it is a popular dessert. It is also made on special occasions, especially by Muslims during the holy month of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr, and by Christians during Pascha and Christmas. In Armenia, baklava is made with cinnamon and cloves. In Azerbaijan, baklava is mostly prepared during the Nowruz festivity. After preparation, the baklava is cut into diamond shapes and each piece is garnished with an almond or a walnut. In Afghanistan and Cyprus, baklava is prepared into triangle-shaped pieces and is lightly covered in crushed pistachio nuts. In Georgia, baklava is made with honey, sugar, walnuts, vanilla, butter, and sour cream. In Iran, a dry version of baklava is cooked and presented in smaller diamond-shaped cuts flavored with rose water. The cities of Yazd and Qazvin are famous for their baklava, which is widely distributed in Iran. Persian baklava uses a combination of chopped almonds and pistachios spiced with cardamom and a rose water-scented syrup and is lighter than Middle Eastern versions. In Israel, baklava is made of filo pastry sheets, nuts, such as pistachios, walnuts, hazelnuts, and almonds, sweet butter, clove, sugar, cinnamon, and the syrup combined with orange and lemon rind. In Jordan, baklava is made of dough layers filled with nuts, such as pistachios, and sugar or honey syrup. In Lebanon, baklava is made of filo pastry filled with nuts and steeped in attar syrup or honey. It is usually cut into triangular or diamond shapes. In Syria, baklava is prepared from filo dough sheets, butter, walnuts and sugar syrup. It is cut into lozenge pieces. Baklava. See also. Notes. References: Reuven Amatiprius and David O. Morgan, eds., The Mongol Empire and Its Legacy Brill, 1999. ISBN 90-04-11946-9. Paul D. Bell, Mongol Empire and Turkicization, The Evidence of Food and Foodways, PA 200 FF, in Amatiprius, 1999. Christian, David. Review of Amatiprius, 1999, in Journal of World History 12-476. Perry, Charles. The Taste for Layered Bread Among the Nomadic Turks and the Central Asian Origins of Baklava, in A Taste of Time, Culinary Cultures of the Middle East, 1994. ISBN 1-86064-603-4. Roden Claudia, A New Book of Middle Eastern Food ISBN 0-14-046588-X, Vianis, Spiros, The Decline of Medieval Hellenism in Asia Minor, 1971. Quoted in Perry. Wasti, Syed Tanvir, The Ottoman Ceremony of the Royal Purse, Middle Eastern Studies 41-193 €200, external links.